welcome back to my channel. Soyou is back with Girl. I'm really excited to see what this is all about. Let's go ahead and get started. Pretty.
I don't need the red wine for my night. 어지러워. 날 입은 drunk.
Nice. Ooh. The lyrics in this, so nice. Ooh. Very pretty. Ooh. The background vocals too just take the next verse a step up. Ooh. The increase in instrumentation in the second half of this chorus is so sick. Ooh, she's like in the outline of herself. That was really cool. Ooh, no bridge. We just have the last chorus. Oh. Soyou. I love Soyou so much. I want to, while we're talking here a little bit, I want to pull up the lyrics. Hopefully they have them here, because I think that it's so important to like talk about the lyrics in this particular song. They're so good. I mean, really, really, really good. And Soyou has such an incredible voice, and I just love the way that she laid everything down. I think the MV was really clever too, the way everything was put together. Like, I loved all the transition periods and everything. Okay, I was able to pull up the lyrics, so let's talk about them. Verse 1, I don't need a red wine for my night. Dizzy, not drunk. In the photo, small girl, she's always smiling. She always smiles, sorry. It's dangerous, but she's still fine. When I first heard that line, in the photo, small girl, she always smiles, I knew it was over. I was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be like so good lyrically. I was like, I definitely have to talk about the lyrics in this, because like from the very beginning, you get this kind of like this point of view from, you think it's a person, right? With the box, everything going up, and it goes to Soyou. But it's interesting like how it stays in that kind of office setting for a little bit. And for me, it's like one of those things, you know, she's saying, I don't need red wine for my night, dizzy, not even drunk. Like, just showing like she doesn't need like anything to make her feel the way that she's feeling. And then the pre-chorus, what I loved about this is it pulls away from the the instrumentation away, and then they had some really interesting long notes. And the lyrics say, the missing me of my story, like a puzzle, the obvious fantasy, no need to explain, it's not drama, just a passing outtake scene. What? Those lyrics are so incredible. Basically, there's something missing in my life. There's something going on. I just can't, like, I can't figure out what it is, right? And the bass during that pre-chorus part, perfection. Absolutely loved it. In the chorus, please don't break it. Break it, pretty baby. I'm not a cool girl. I'll stay what I'm used to. Doll like little lone girl. All the nights I felt so dumb. All the times I bit my tongue. Messy, pretty, looking clueless. I am not a cool girl. Basically, like, I'm this way. I'm not cool. Like, so because I'm not like that, I'm gonna stay the way that I know. And don't break me, please. Like, don't break what I have already. And then I love that there was a post-chorus in here. I wrote down that it felt like there were two separate parts into this, and I think it was so smart because the instrumentation really changed up in this post-chorus. In the deep darkness, I don't wander the road. I don't close my eyes, just walk quietly even more. Almost like diminishing herself. I thought that was interesting the way that it came in. And then in verse 2, what I love, okay, and then I was going to say there was a pause with that heartbeat before going into verse 2. And then in verse 2, the background vocals, so nice. Call it what you want to. I'm boring. Cream latte is what I like. Old pop is full on my playlist. I know what I want every day. No need to rush slowly. Honestly, I don't try hard as I walk freely. Even at offensive words, I'm fine. It's just casual. To me, what this kind of feels like, it's like, this is the normal day. Like, this is a normal day occurrence. And for me, it feels like this is a polished, like something polished on the outside, and the inside is like really hurting. Maybe I'm looking into it, but that's what it feels like to me, is like I have this outside. I'm not a cool girl. Like, I'm really boring. I'm basic. I like my cream latte. I like to listen to my old pop. I don't feel the need to rush about. Even if you give me an offensive words, I'm like, whatever. And then the pre-chorus goes, polished frame inside story, inside an obvious and ending irony. Baby, I just lean back, watch it play now. Maybe I'm a villain in the scene. So basically, like, showing that, like, this nonchalantness, is maybe the villain in someone else's story. And then it goes into the chorus, please don't break it, pretty baby. I'm not a cool girl. I'll stay what I used to. Doll like little lone girl. All the nights I felt so dumb. All the times I bit my tongue. Messy, pretty, looking clueless. I am not a cool girl. Again, bringing back to that I'm messy, pretty, but I'm clueless. Like, all of this going on, right? Really, really felt relatable throughout this entire song. And then the post-chorus, in the smeared flash, I don't fade away easily. I don't close my eyes. Everything is just fun. Baby, you can love or hate me. I don't need your answer. Basically, like, this is who I am. You need to take me for who I am. And if you don't, there's the door, basically. And it doesn't really matter because I don't need your answer. I'm going to be me. And really, really interesting. It had this tint of sadness to it. I don't know if anyone else got that feeling from it, but it had like this a little bit of a tone of sadness to it. And it was one of those things where I feel like I feel like when you become an adult, okay, and especially when you've lived through life, you get into your like 20s and 30s, like you start to realize, like, I think sometimes, you know, when we're younger, we look at everything through rose-colored glasses, and then as time, we learn through everything that happens, we kind of learn who we are, and we become jaded in a way, like, but at the same time, I think some of that is like a protectiveness. So that's kind of what I felt from this. And I think that's just from my lived experience. I'm not sure that's exactly what Soyou is going through, but I love that the lyrics like conveyed everything like the way that it did. I just thought it was a really interesting take, and I think that a lot of people can relate to this in a lot of different ways, and that's something that I absolutely love about music, right? That we can have all of these different experiences and we can view music in different ways. So maybe this is not what Soyou is feeling. Maybe this is, what I'm just feeling, and someone else might have a completely different feeling about it. So that's why I really like talking about this kind of stuff on my channel. But I'm curious what you guys think. Do you have a similar interpretation, or is that something different? Or what do you think? Have you seen like an interview with Soyou or anything? I would be really curious to hear her talk about this particular song. But I really enjoyed this. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Tell me all your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.